Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our 2018 Freedom Revolution Zoom series. We host these video chats every Sunday through Thursday, beginning this January and running through the end of March 2018. The people you're going to hear from tonight are here because someone cared enough to have a conversation with them. You're invited here tonight because someone cared about you too and wanted to help you get a sense of who we are, what we have, how we do what we do, and why it matters. And if it matters enough to you to want to know more, we're simply going to share some stories tonight. And if you see some pieces of your story in our story, then we're off to a good start. My story, my journey to you here tonight started about 17 years ago as I was nothing more than a happy health food customer. When I was introduced to these plant powders, these produce concentrates, I just kind of believed that it was something that was kind of a think different approach. I kind of saw this as maybe the Apple Inc. of health food. That was my story, right? I just saw this as something that was different. It was challenging the status quo with innovation that appealed to me and just elegant simplicity. And for the last 12 years, my wife and I have built an amazing life on the foundation of that core belief. It all kind of starts with belief. One person with belief is worth more than 99 who only have interest. And that core belief that I had 17 years ago is proven to be built to last. And we find ourselves here 17 years later in the same position, ready for the next 17 years. So we're going to share some stories, but I want to begin with just kind of an overview of what we have, because everything's built upon that. I want to introduce Lacey Wheeler, who's going to share her story and give us a quick overview on what makes Juice Plus unique. Take it away, Lindsay.
Thanks, Jeff.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lindsay. This is Lacey. Sorry, Lacey.
That's totally fine. I believe health and prosperity are a birthright. I believe everyone deserves to be optimally healthy. And I envision a world where people are empowered to take control of their health and get back to the simplicity of clean eating and good nutrition as a lifestyle. But how do we do that? How do we accomplish that? It has to start with our fork, what we're putting in our bodies. We all know we need to eat better, but actually doing that is a very different story, right? The recommendation for fruit and veggie consumption is 9 to 13 servings, the size of your fist, cooked down every day, not every other day, not once a week, every day. The average American gets just 2 to 3 servings, and they count French fries and ketchup as 2 of those. So we just need to eat more fruits and vegetables, but that's where we need help. I'm very passionate about health, and I can't get anywhere near 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day, much less in a variety of colors. And did you know that that number of servings actually doubles if you're an athlete or if you're fighting a disease and illness? We also know that research is now showing that 75 to 90% of all disease and illness is completely preventable with diet and lifestyle. That's a staggering statistic. Also, the next generation of kids, they're not supposed to live as long as their parents by 5 years. That's the first time that that's happened in history because of diet and lifestyle. We have to do something. We need to find an easy, affordable, convenient way to bridge this nutritional gap so that we can really be preventative with our health. And that's where Juice Plus comes in. So hear me out, because it's a super simple concept. Juice Plus is just 30 of the most nutrient-dense, vine-ripened fruits, veggies, and berries in a rainbow of colors. They take the entire raw fruit or vegetable, including the most nutrient-dense parts that we normally discard, like the rind or the core. They throw that into a giant blender, extract the water, the sugar, and the salt, and then that slurry is dehydrated at very low temperatures to preserve all of the nutrients and the live enzymes. And then the resulting powders are put into easy-to-consume forms like capsules. So these are berry capsules, veggie capsules, fruit capsules, or gummies. These are delicious whether you're a kid or just a kid at heart. We're also super excited about the latest Juice Plus addition to the family. This is our full spectrum, completely plant-based omega. No more fishy aftertaste. It's amazing. And the Juice Plus company is called a company with the heart. And one of the many reasons for this is the Children's Health Study. It's the largest field study of its kind where children over the age of 4 through full-time college student can get the fruit and veggie capsules or gummies for free for up to 4 years with a participating adult. So it's a 2-for-1. And the results of the Children's Health Study have truly been staggering. The study has shown that both kids and their adult sponsor have fewer sick days, fewer doctor's visits, fewer missed days of school and work, their immune systems improve, and they want to eat healthier things. Do you know how huge that is if you've got picky eaters at home? Juice Plus is proven to change your metabolic programming. That just means that when you're flooding your body with all of those nutrients, you start craving more of the same. So when you see kids who previously only ate white-colored foods, and they start asking for more fruits and vegetables and salads, you know you've got something figured out, right? And another way to get more plants into our body is with the Juice Plus Complete Plant-Based Protein Shake Mix. With super healthy proteins, fibers, and complex carbs, this stuff will keep you full, give you energy, reduce your cravings, and it's delicious. There's other amazing superfood ingredients in here, like spirulina, broccoli and radish sprouts, and pumpkin and pomegranate powders. I don't know too many of us or our kids who are excited to go around eating spoonfuls of spirulina every day, but it sure is easy when it tastes like a delicious chocolate or vanilla shake. And these are about a quarter of the price of a smoothie or a green drink, which can't even come close to the nutrient density and quality of these guys. And they're portable. You grab them and go, take them anywhere. It's healthy fast food. So the Juice Plus products are a really super simple, easy, affordable concept. But one of the things that struck me the most when I was first introduced to Juice Plus and started feverishly researching it is the over 38 published peer-reviewed medical studies from some of the top universities and institutions in the world, like Harvard, Cambridge, Yale. These studies prove the efficacy of these plant powders and the amazing benefits in our body. But not only that, all of the Juice Plus products are third-party NSF certified, which just means everyone can rest assured that what they're putting in their body is completely safe, effective, without herbicides, pesticides, toxins, or chemicals, and there's nothing in the bottle that isn't listed on the label. So you know what, you guys? We're spending money on supplements anyways. Why not invest in something that is raw, whole food and is the most widely researched in the world? So when I first started on the lifestyle program called Shred 10 that uses Juice Plus as nutritional support, I thought I was about as healthy as I could get. What I actually found is that my body was still holding onto some toxins and bad habits that weren't serving me. So when I did my first Shred 10, I lost 7 pounds, 2 inches around my middle, my skin cleared up, my bowels started functioning better. That was huge. I had more energy and mental clarity than I've ever experienced. My immune system improved. So this will be a lifestyle for me forever. The Juice Plus products in this lifestyle program have been absolutely life-changing. But not just for me, so I'd love to be able to turn it over to my dear friend and colleague, Colleen, so she can share her powerful story.
Thank you so much, Lacey. That was awesome. Yeah, when I first learned about Juice Plus, it was actually many, many years ago when my kids were little, and they were sick all the time. We were in the pediatrician's office on a monthly basis. I felt like we were on the drug of the month club. Like they would say, take this drug or take that drug. And I didn't want to go down that path. I asked if I, changed our nutrition or did other changes, would that help? And they said, here, just take these drugs. So being very frustrated and being an engineer by background, I thought, I'm a smart person. I can figure this out. I started studying nutrition. And what I realized is that we really did not eat enough fruits and vegetables every day. And I struggled with getting my family to eat what I knew we should eat. When a friend of mine from Mothers of Preschoolers invited me to a talk, I learned about Juice Plus, and I realized that it was not just your typical supplement. At first I thought it was a vitamin, but no, it was just fruits and veggies, as Lacey was telling us. And when I heard about the research and backed by all of the other health professionals, I thought, okay, we'll give this a shot. What I found is that my kids' immune systems just increased tremendously. They were sick way less often, which was great for me. But the biggest surprise was for myself. I started taking it because of the Children's Health Study program. What I found is that for myself, I had so much more energy. I didn't need that afternoon nap. I also had fewer cravings, like less sweet cravings, less salt cravings. And I had about 15 pounds of baby weight that would not come off, like no matter what. It just melted away. And I was amazed. And my husband's allergies got so much better. And our whole family just felt so much better. And as Lacey was saying, we wanted to eat more fruits and veggies. So we just continued going down the road to getting healthier and healthier. It was just an amazing change to our family's diet. We'll be taking Juice Plus forever. Now I want to introduce Lindsay.
Hey guys, I have a gentleman by the name of Ken Main who ended up becoming one of my customers right off the get-go, and he is a firefighter who's on shift right now, so had to leave the call, but I'm going to fill in for him. He started on the product right away as my husband brought it to the firehouse. It made so much sense for him as far as recovery goes. For instance, he got called out to a structure fire. You know how much they are breathing in that they need to detoxify on top of what Lacey was talking about, that our body normally needs to detoxify and get out of our system. So it made sense to him right away. As he incorporated his children on the Children's Health Study and his wife, Diane, who's a teacher by trade, on these products, he saw miraculous results, which made him want to just share and spread the word of this. First, what he saw is that his wife, who was on a pretty hefty dose of anxiety medication, completely got to get off of it, which was super exciting because she had had this ever since their third child. And so she got to throw that medication away. So like Colleen said, medication of the month club, got to get rid of that. One of their sons also had really bad acid reflux. And with that being said, it was kind of a last ditch effort, this really expensive medication that they were going to try and help him so that he could eat regularly and not have this terrible acid reflux. So they went ahead and invested in this really expensive medication right at the same time that they put their son on the Juice Plus chewables on the Children's Health Study. And they were really kind of curious, like, how in the world were they going to figure out whether it was Juice Plus that helped him or this really expensive medication? But after all, they honestly didn't care because they were sick and tired of their kids being sick and tired, right? And so it was really funny. It was only a couple days later, maybe not even a week, and they were asking him, well, are you feeling better? They noticed he started to eat more variety of foods that weren't bothering him. And so they were trying to figure out, trying to play detective, which one was it? And after all, when it came to the end of the day, the child was actually throwing the medication away, the really expensive medication, which on one turn made him a little upset, but they did know that it was Juice Plus that was really helping their son so that he wasn't having these troubles anymore. So him and his family will be loving this and living this the rest of their lives as well. And Jeff, I'm going to give it back to you.
You're muted, Jeff.
There we go. I was on mute. As I mentioned, the Juice Plus products made kind of immediate sense to me. It was kind of a simple no-brainer. I saw it sort of as a hygienic health food, a daily do part of my regimen. I knew that mattered, and I needed to get it in my body every day because I didn't do it enough. I didn't eat enough, 10 servings plus every day. So the product was pretty straightforward for me. I saw innovation, I saw simplicity, and I was a happy customer. But then I started to understand that as a 1099 independent contractor, you could actually go out and share this information to those you cared about into the marketplace and out into the world and generate some income. And I didn't quite get it, but my wife got it. And she started to do what moms do when they find something that they love, is go out and share it. And shortly thereafter, she started paying the mortgage. That got my attention. I had a BS in finance, heavy in BS back in the day. I was a professional athlete. I worked on Wall Street. I worked in high tech and .com stuff. I was kind of transport for testosterone, had a big ego, maybe excludes great opportunity is the acronym there. But I didn't know what I didn't know about the business. I had some resistance. I think any great story that's worth sharing is kind of involves, some struggle, some resistance, some fight of some sort, whether internal or external. I had a lot of struggle and resistance, but the breakthrough, that character transformation is when I got educated and began to learn things I didn't know that I didn't even know. And I started to go to events and I started to learn. I started to poke the bear. I started to ask the questions. And what I came to realize is this is a real company in the real world, making a real difference one person at a time with really these think different health food products that everyone kind of needs, because we've created this world where we just can't do what we know we're supposed to do every day. And so I saw that as a competitive advantage, as a business mindset, kind of that MBA mindset, but I didn't really understand how this business worked. I had a lot of hangups. I had a lot of preconceived notions, but the world has changed. The way people earn income has changed. If there's anything that's constant, is changed. And the more things change, but oftentimes the more things stay the same. And the principles of good business have kind of remained. The principle number one is relational, person-to-person, having a relationship with an end customer, not a new concept. And here was a way for a global health food company to empower agents or 1099 contractors to go out and be their mouthpiece, be their agent, as I call it. Really, a health food agent is my terminology, to go out and share this information with the world. So my wife took it on, paid the mortgage, got my attention, and then I wanted to know more about the company. Who were these people in Memphis, Tennessee? What are they all about? Well, as it turns out, they've been around since 1970, and they're now celebrating their 25th anniversary year of Juice Plus. Juice Plus came on in 1993, but the company is private. It's been around since 1970. Juice Plus has been around since 1993. They've done $1 billion in air and water filtration in the 80s, $1 billion in smoke and fire detection in the 70s, and for the last 25 years, they are crossing close to $12 billion in little itty-bitty fruit and vegetable powders. So it's not really an experiment. We kind of know what we're doing. The train has left the station, and from an entrepreneurial perspective, or from someone who's kind of looking at us to say, could I do this? I'm not a health professional. Most people who are in this business aren't health professionals, but we work in health professionally. We know enough to basically gift information to people to have them say, I want to know more. And we've got an incredible lineup of health professionals that can come in and add to the conversation. We have people making 5, 6, 7 figures a year in this business, $10 a second, $10 a minute, $10 a year, and everyone in between. And what this business really represents is a good company with good products that have stood the test of time, that are looking for good people to go out and share and gift this information. The company has no debt, it is private. And if you think about where good people want to work, they tend to want to work for private companies. That's sweat equity. Owning the means of production is kind of the American dream. The American dream has kind of become a revolutionary act. We use that term, freedom revolution. That term revolution can be a little off-putting for some. That's a pretty highbrow, high notion kind of minded concept of revolution. But if you understand what revolution is, it's really just challenging the status quo. It's really just taking on maybe an oppressive social, political, or economic thing that exists and transforming it into something that's new and something that's liberating. And what we're doing with our sort of revolutionary act is taking healthy back and putting it in the power of people to get on a healthy lifestyle path to better health, to start getting more plant matter into their body around the healthy lifestyle conversation. As it relates to creating income, here is a way to create a home-based business with not a lot of risk and set yourself up in a community that has got your back. If there's one thing I can impart to those that are tuning in tonight is come to our live events, see us live and in person, and begin to ask the tough questions. Get to a big yes and get to a big no to either move on and carry on or move in and start to play with us. 2018 is going to be a big year. We're estimated to cross $1 billion as a company annually by 2020. Many of us think we're going to cross that number in 2019. From a company perspective, we are poised, positioned, and ready to launch into the next 25 years of Juice Plus. So for my family and I, it's provided us a lifestyle that most only dream of. We earn a full-time income with really only a part-time, on a weekly basis, a part-time effort. We have what's called a network franchise, which pulls different business models together. It's the only company that I know where you can be a 1099 independent contractor and have healthcare benefits. So with that, I would like to turn it over to Kristen, who lives in beautiful Aspen, Colorado, to share her business story on how the last 2 years of her life has unfolded.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. So my story really unfolds. I was working at a sports medicine clinic. I was running my own practice, and I thought I had it made because I could call the shots. But I have my own product story. But after having my product story and attending one of these live events, I caught a vision of what this could be. And ultimately, 2 years ago, January 2016, I met the the name Jake Kelly. She's a gal my age who was owning her life. She was traveling the country, living just owning her life and doing what she wanted and just super vibrant. And I thought, how is she doing this? And once I met her and saw that we were very similar, I thought, well, if she can do this, I can do this. So within a 6-month window between that January and June, our team was able to help enough people consume these fruits and vegetables in a capsule that I was able to hire another therapist to take care of my clients. So I went on a 2-month road trip. So I traveled East Coast to West Coast, flew down to Mexico to go surfing, drove up into Canada to go rock climbing. And the whole time I was working from my phone. So whether that's at a campsite, in the car, on the plane, I got back that summer and I went, wow, like I'm just an average person who caught a vision, has a big heart, and started running. And I thought, if this is what I can do in a short period of time, what about if I got more focused? So I got more focused about a year ago, and in March was able to go full time with Juice Plus. And this summer was in Europe for a month. And so we're on track to hit the top position of the company any day. And the exciting part is that, our paychecks are a direct reflection of the amount of people that we're helping. So as my paycheck grows, it is truly showing how much we are helping as a team this planet get healthier. And it's just been such an honor. It's been very humbling, very rewarding to be a part of this. And it's, sometimes I have to pinch myself. And is this really happening? Because I want to have the opportunities and just be able to have that freedom lifestyle and to help other people create the same thing for themselves. And I am actually going to pass this back to Lindsay now.
Now it's my turn. I'll be talking about me. So I am a personal trainer of over 12 years now. And as you guys can imagine, there are so many products under the moon, so many supplements that everyone wanted me to sell because I already have a clientele. It makes sense for me to connect with something to sell my clients with that's going to make the results optimal. But kind of the missing link for me always was that it was a supplement. And I didn't want to be hypocritical in the regard that I always told my clients to eat real food, good lean protein. If you can cook it, eat it, let's grill it, let's put it on our plate, and let's put it in our bodies, right? And so what never made sense is to get something with a supplement label on it. And when Juice Plus came into the picture, it had a nutrition label on it. The ingredients were literally food. And so I really liked that it wasn't going against what I had been recommending to my clients for years. The other thing that this company really made me look at is it escalated the results of my clients. So those people who were doing the lifestyle program Lacey had mentioned called the Shred 10 were ultimately doubling their results. So it was making me look pretty awesome as a trainer because they were getting results very quickly. And what I call the Shred 10 program is instant gratification. If you're going to invest money into working out and you're going to invest money into food, essentially, you want to see results right away. And so when the business came along as well, I was all in. It made sense to me. But what I didn't get is that I thought I had this really renowned personal training business that I had built from the ground up. I was my own boss. A lot of the things that people say are so amazing about Juice Plus, I had within my personal training business, right? If I wanted the day off, I could take it. One problem with taking the day off, I wasn't getting paid. So essentially somebody from the Juice Plus company at one of the big national conferences kind of reminded me that I own a job, not necessarily a business. I'm trading dollars for hours, and there are only so many hours in the day to trade. And so what is so awesome about Juice Plus is that it's a residual income, an income that continues to roll and roll. So within about 18 months, I hit the top position in the company, earned those benefits, which in personal training, I didn't have the opportunity to have, right? So that was amazing. And the best part about all of that is I've only really been in this business for about 3 years, and I have 2 babies now. So I've been on maternity leave about 8 months of those 3 years. And not only did I continue to receive a paycheck from Juice Plus, I didn't receive anything while on maternity leave from my clients because who's going to pay me when I'm not working them out? Nobody. But that paycheck came in and it increased every single month that I was on maternity leave. So even though I was here with my precious babies and so forth, I was able to really still continue that income because I had built a team of people that were also helping people get healthy. So with that being said, take it away, Chip.
Hi, Lindsay. Thanks. Yes, I'm Chip Donatone, and I've been in the software industry for about 31 years. I've worked for both startups and Fortune 500 companies, and I was able to achieve the position of Senior Vice President of Operations. In that time, I was able to help build many great enterprise and mobile applications. But unfortunately, after years of crazy deadlines and hours, I was all used up. I was just burned out, and my passion had left. In the meantime, my wife had joined the Juice Plus company, and I saw a lot of value in that product that everybody's been talking about, the fruits and vegetables in a capsule, and thought that the business was great, but for my wife, not for me. See, my identity was tied up in what I did, and I just couldn't visualize myself doing this network franchising thing. So I hid and watched for years, and what I saw was an amazing company and culture. Jay Martin, our founder and president, has an amazing vision statement. It goes, to build a stable and lasting company that will help as many people as possible achieve their dreams. Who talks like that? I've been in corporate America for a long time, and most vision and mission statements are mostly about market share, maybe customer satisfaction if you get lucky. But I knew at that point in time I wanted to stop building things and I wanted to start building people. I also learned that the perception of security is just an illusion when in May of this year, my company unexpectedly closed. And so now I've joined my wife in the business and my passion is back. I feel alive again. Needless to say, I've had a lot of personal and professional development I've had to do. So my advice to anyone who's taking a look at this is to seriously take a long, hard look at it because it's the real deal. So with that, I want to introduce my wife, Jessica.
So I was the first one introduced to Juice Plus, and that was 11 years ago. And at the time, we had two little ones that were age 1 and 3. And our oldest, Brooklyn, she was our picky eater. And I've been a personal trainer, so I was kind of into health and nutrition and fitness and all that. And at 3 years old, the only vegetable she would eat was carrots. And I knew this was a problem. So like many, many moms out there who have picky eaters, I was looking for solutions. So I started researching children's vitamins, and what I found really upset me, you know, that lead contamination and toxicity and all these things. And my friend said, you know, this Juice Plus stuff, you know, it's not a vitamin. And I was like, what do you mean? And she showed me, as Lindsay said, that food label was huge for me. I had never seen anything else with a food label. And in the industry, fitness industry, like Lindsay, we're exposed to, I mean, I was taking bottles and bottles of supplement and making my husband do the same because that's what we did, take bottles and bottles of supplements. But to see something that actually had a food label, to know that what was going into my babies didn't have a child safety lock on it, and there wasn't a warning label on it, I was sold. So it really entered our house because I was a mom. For me as a fitness professional, I was starting to feel the effects of a long athletic career and fitness career. And I was just getting tired after my tough classes I was teaching. My legs were heavy. I wasn't recovering quite as fast. And the seasonal allergies that I had was something that when we started Juice Plus, my friend said, you know, that's an immune dysfunction. And that will improve, you know, over years. And that is something I had to medicate 3 months out of the year because I suffered tremendously from seasonal allergies. And within 2 years of taking Juice Plus, I was off all medication, and my allergies that I had for 12 years were gone. But from a professional standpoint, again, this stuff it was making my world come alive, my clients that were taking it, my family that was experiencing it. And for a very low risk, I am someone who does not take financial risks. I'm just not that person. For $50 a year to start a franchise, there was zero risk for me. So I said, yes, let's do this. And at the time in my fitness schedule, I was waking up at 4 and 5 in the morning to train clients. And then I would rush to get home, hand off babies from husband to wife so he could go to work. And then I would go back to the gym 2 to 3 nights a week. and work till 9 or 10 p.m. As you can imagine, I was exhausted. I was also experiencing the exchanging dollars for hours. So if I wasn't there, I wasn't getting paid. If we wanted to go on vacation, my income didn't come in. And so I saw this as an opportunity to not only give services, but be a trainer who offers goods and services, not only benefiting the people in my life and my clients, but also changing our lives and changing the way that I brought in money on a consistent basis. That residual income was huge. And so it really just created options for our family. We wanted our kids to go to a private Christian school here that's local. And, at the time, Chip said, we don't have the money. And I said, I'll create the money. That's on me. Let me do that. Who can say that in what they're doing? Like, I'll create that income stream. That's $1,400 a month that we pay in school tuition that I said, I'll do that. And we were able to do that. So it's affected our entire family, from every person on a health level to our financial picture, as well as the personal growth, the spiritual growth, the emotional growth that comes from doing something like this. So we're super grateful. And that's our story. Jeff, we'll turn it back to you and we'll wrap this up. Unmute yourself. Jeff, unmute yourself. Unmute.
There we go.
There we go.
Hey, if I can do this business, anyone can do this business. So, kind of in closing, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It's kind of a tale of two cities, a tale of two futures, how you're looking into the future, kind of what you're seeing into the future. I know the folks that I roll with in this conversation, we are more excited than ever about the future because it's grounded on some simple innovation around trying to help people get more plant consumption into their life. Everything is built upon that. You've got a big problem in the world. We've used technology. Think different with some design simplicity. I want you to think about the biggest media company in the world has no content, a la Facebook and YouTube. The biggest retailer in the world, Amazon, has no stores. The biggest TV network in the world, no cable, Netflix. The biggest music company in the world, iTunes, no inventory. The biggest lodging company in the world, Airbnb, no hotels. And the biggest taxi service in the world, no vehicles, Uber. We are in that same category. We're one of the most successful health food companies in the world, and we have no stores. We work with 1099 contractors, as many of the companies that I just mentioned do as well. We live in the free agency economy. We live in the gig economy. What I say is we live in the ask, seek, and knock economy. This train has left the station. We would love for you to come play with us. We're going to head into the next 5, 10, 15, 25 years, and I get 25 years from later, my daughter's going to be doing a chat like this saying, hey, people are still struggling to eat enough fruits and vegetables. And this idea of plant powders is going to stand the test of time. So with that, I will invite you all to tune in. As I said, weekly, Sunday through Thursday, we have people from all over the world actually are going to be hosting calls like this. We're going to run January through March. And if you know of someone that you care about who would like to tune in, they're open and we welcome them all to come check us out and see what it is that we do to say, cool, tell me more. So God bless, have a great night, and we'll see you on the field of play. Take care, everyone.